Welcome to Watching with Styles, the second half of the Levisville game. Now, this baby is going to be quick because this thing gets ugly. I'm hoping to finish this one in an hour. Welcome everybody from Twitter. I think it's on Twitter right now. However, if you're watching on Twitter, you can't ask me questions or make statements. I won't see it. If you want to interact with me, the only way right now with Twitter is to go to my YouTube channel, and then you can ask questions and we can get into a nice banter, debate, interaction. And the link to the YouTube channel is the post before this post of me going live on Twitter. As always, I said, appreciate you guys watching, and let's get into this thing, man. Someone asked me earlier today, was this the best game that we've played? And to me, it's not. It's the best team game we've probably played, but our offense played better in the Georgia, in the LSU game, if you ask me. And the defense played better in the South Carolina and the Florida game. However, this was a big game though. And they did what they were supposed to do. And that was beat this inferior team. And I love how all week the Coach Stoops and some of the assistants hyped up how much better Louisville were in the trenches. And man, it wasn't even close. They're just not there yet. It's going to take them some time. First play, since it was just annihilation, this is what players have to understand, and I always say this, and I think this is Derek Jackson, and this is Doc Jones. All right. From the start, you have to know what the defensive call is and where everybody honestly is at. From this angle, you can see that Corker is dropping down in the box and taking over the hook. So if he's taking over the hook, this linebacker's got to expand to the curl, the flat. And with this number 2 receiver coming, you got to be aware of it. You got to, in essence, hit that curl because, like I said yesterday, right? If he's going off to the flat, there's probably going to be a curl coming right underneath. But he's got to expand quicker. That's it. That's how they get us on this. He didn't expand quick enough, and they got some yards on us. Man, I'm doing all right. Your name is really long. And Jenny King 111. I appreciate you watching, though. Thanks for coming on. Second down, man. This guy is just, man. Look, I think the season's a little different. What's up, Cam? If he plays all year, the disruption is ridiculous. Look how far he gets in the backfield right now. He is in the backfield. Pretty good job by Derek Jackson. He's got to press that inside shoulder a little bit more. But all in all, we were close to tackling for a loss. We were there. But they get 2 yards. Hey, man. That's good defense. We just gave up too much on first. I really would like to see him come back. I really would. But I could understand if he decides to hang it up and take his talents to the next level. But I really think if he does this consistently, and that's not a bad center, that he can get a first round grade. I really do. I think if he consistently does that and he's playing on a boot, look at that spat. That's a boot on his foot. That's a boot, and he's still agile. I yeah, he would get drafted this year. I don't think he would get drafted high. I think he might go. The best he can go is probably third, more likely fourth or fifth. But man, he's a beast, man. The team is different when he's in the game. I love these drops by these. I'm starting to realize that these guys with some speed are not as afraid to get deeper drops. Derek Jackson got a deeper drop. Vito got a deeper drop. It's a horrible throw, but look at their reaction. Even if he catches it, I think he only gets that 3 to 4 yards. So it's still 3rd and 8. But watch this. We all have mechanic issues. Malik Cunningham issue is mechanics. Look at where his feet are. Look, his foot is pointed more towards this direction. That's why this ball is behind. Same issues that Will had some early in the year, Malik is having. You cannot make that throw consistently accurate with your body facing. Look, I mean, you can, it's like golf. His core is facing that way. Look at that. Everything should be more on that angle, but he is, what's that? That's almost 50 degrees off. That's just not good. Yeah, he's gonna be D-Jack and Weaver are gonna be difference makers next year because they are hurt. And for that guy to come off an Achilles injury and to get back this soon is freakish. This is a example. Someone asked me as the play was going, like, why didn't we go hunt the ball down? It's eye discipline. We were playing the receiver more than the ball. Now, I don't know what the coverage is because I don't see anything right here, but here. So I can't tell you what it was. Was he a man? I doubt it because you got that. This guy's that, Vito. So I don't know, man. It's hard for me to call it. They could have been playing in and out with that receiver. So therefore, he's looking at the man and not the ball. You never know. It's hard for me. I'm going to say this, y'all. It's hard for me to really decipher. I've got to really put things together because I don't see the whole field. If I saw the whole field, then I could tell you exactly what's going on. But with that, I don't know. They could have been bracketing him, and that's why he was playing the man. He definitely wasn't playing zone because his eyes were not on the quarterback. So they were playing something over there that I can't decipher because the film angle is horrible. Man, this is. See when Will does a better job with his feet. If you saw like the Malik play, he actually tried to get his body and shoulders over here. He had to throw through somebody. That's a good timing throw. Great catch and great just want to get there. Man, I don't know how big Wandale is, but his heart is huge. That guy is going to be special. For me, I think he's better than Rondale Moore. And I think it would, oh man, it's hard. I think, like I've said about other players, like you have reached your ceiling and you don't want more tape on you. I think Wandale can stay another year and get some more tape on him because I think he's not going to plateau out. I think he's just going to get better. 5'10", 185. Okay, that's bigger than I thought he was. I don't think he plateaus. I think he even elevates his game even more with another year in the system and another year with Will. And the thing is, how much more can he elevate? I'm not sure. Is he a third round pick? I think so. He's a second round pick. Now we're getting iffy. If he comes back next year and put up big numbers again, can he be a second round pick? I think so. So it's all up to him. With the NIL deal, it makes that decision a little tougher because in the past he would definitely come out, but now I think there's a route for him to possibly come back. It'll be shocking to me if he does, but I can see it. It's just he's got this will, man, and he's not flashy. He's not flamboyant. He just goes about his job, man. I don't know if anybody's gonna pull targets away from him. I don't see it. I want everybody to pump their brakes on these young kids coming in. Barron Brown has great speed, but there is an adjustment period getting to this level. So don't put too much on him coming and being a day one just stud. Same thing with Dane Key. Same thing with all the other kids. Oh, no, I don't think anybody's gonna pull cornerbacks away from him either because he's the dude. It will make everybody else's job easier. I am really hyped for this kid. I really am, and really hyped to see what this Morgan transfer from Michigan State does next year. The tight end room can be tremendous next year with Bates, Cummings, Upshaw, and Morgan. That's a good block. This is all made by Cummings getting enough of that guy, of the guy who they would say missed the tackle. But that was because Harris got a piece of him. Great run by C-Rod. Yeah. Yeah. We shall see. We shall see what happens next year. Great run. Love it. This is the other thing I want people to understand. Sometimes you have to let people go. Sometimes people in your life, you gotta let them go. Sometimes you gotta let friends go. Sometimes you gotta let that job go that is not beneficial to you mentally or financially. C-Rod is a great back. He is. All I'm saying is that I don't think he can improve his stock coming back next year. I really don't. That doesn't say he's a bad back. That just means he cannot improve his stock. So it's time to go and see what you can do on the next level. Man, this trip formation, we had a beat on them all game. They tried to play like it was going to be zone, but then we knew it was man. Hitch them up. Now, Ali, we got to get into the zone. We got to get in the zone. If that means, and this is getting real nitpicky, if that means you got to cut back here, we gotta have a nose for the end zone. Because he deserved that touchdown. Boy, this is close. This is real close. Real close, man. That's a great tackle by number 11 on Louisville, and that's a great read by Jatan because there's nobody there. This guy comes all the way from play side because they're bringing the whole house. They're bringing 8. We can't block everybody. It'd have been nice if Dare would have got him or Horsey, but when they brought the linebacker, Horsey got to take the inside one. It all makes sense. I wish Dare would have blocked down and got there, because then this is touchdown. Ah, that's so close, man. And it allows Will to get yet another one of these babies. When a defense does, they didn't catch the whole play. But this is when I talk about gap discipline. Look at all the gaps. They're all accounted for. There's nowhere for this running back to come. Great job playing behind the running back for cutbacks by, I don't know if that's Derek Jackson or Square. Who's that? Looks like 30. I'm not sure who that is. Great job by him. Great tackle by Derek Jackson. That's by Jones. Great job. That's good work. When everybody's gap discipline is so important. It's more important than getting a tackle. Now I slowed this down because I want the people to see. Look at that hole on Weaver. That's a hole, man. And we need that call because he's all contained. Now remember, in the first half, how Derek Jackson kept that outside leverage and went for that left hip. This time, he got distracted by him, but we got to keep that outside. We got to shoot for that left hip. Can't let them bounce outside. But these guys are focused. If y'all don't think rivalry week and hearing all this stuff about this offense matter, this is the most detailed focus I've seen those guys. They were not letting Malik Cunningham beat them. Period. I'm getting nitpicky. There's two things wrong with this play. One, all they do is, and it seems like the coverage we're running will dictate this should be easy. They're running a clear out here, and they're running mesh routes. Okay? Problem is it's 3rd and 5. Now, it seems like the defense we're running is we just going to hook up here man-to-man, and Corker should be waiting for this to drive on. I think this is Vito. Not sure. He's got to drop a little bit deeper. Then this throw is for naught. Just a little thing. See how he settled? He should be still getting a little depth and force him to throw this one and then react. Remember, see, this is something that people think I'm crazy. So if the quarterback's on the 20, he's got to throw it to the 35, right? That's 15 yards. And I keep harping on this. In zone, DBs should be able to break on 1/3 of the distance. And we're talking about 15 yards. You can give a 5-yard cushion and should be able to make that a no gain. So 5-yard cushion would have made, if he's here, will make the DB about right here. And if he's right there, if that's Vito, this pass is a lot tougher. See that? If he's about on the, the 39-yard line, this pass, he might be able to jump and tip it. Also, Corker's got to drive on that a little bit better. Man, look, Tyler, unless, is that your job, Tyler? Because that portal and recruiting, man, will make you pull your hair out with the way things move and shake around. And I said this in the breakdown, this is the best drop Weaver has had in his car. Oh, man, it's going to shut down on me. All right, guys, program going to shut down. I'm coming back. That's by far the best drop in pass coverage that uh, Weaver has had in his career. It got depth. He knew where he was going. He understood where to go. Um, it was perfection. And like I keep saying, people want to blame coaches. Oh, I got you, Tyler. People want to blame coaches, man. Players. Coach White didn't forget how to coach. But look at this drop. He's getting depth. Right there, I don't like it. He took his eye off the quarterback, but he got it back on. But he's getting depth. Depth is important. Make them throw it here. Then we rally up and make it about a 2-yard gain. And then he finished. He didn't drop the pass. That was so big for him. I hope he realized that that's what he needs to do all the time. For a guy to come off the knee injury he had and to come back early and produce, especially when we lost Jordan Wright, man, he's played big time ball this year. Can't wait to see what happens next year when he's fully healthy. It's gonna be nice. And now we're gonna just pound their ass. Defense just got off the field after getting scored on. Now they got to come right back on. Now we're just going to impose our will on them. It's nice, man. Nice. See, this is more C-Rod's, more the C-Rod's strength when we do just gap runs and it's just downhill and there's no thinking. He's just downhill running hard. Look at the blocking here. Great chip by Dare. Oh, they're gonna combo. They're gonna drive him. Great kick out. I think that's Dotson. This must be Bates. Great. Oh, that's a great sit. Man, look, who couldn't run? Who couldn't run through that? There's no one at his feet. That's just that's domination on defensive front. And the only time they really got us was more when they were stunting. But you can't stunt on every play. Right? Like right here. Look how many people they have devoted to the line. Now, the bad part about it, we also brought guys in with this reduced formation. But they already, even with those, they already got 8 with a possible. That's just a lot of people. And they got a nice little stunt. They blitz the corner, and they get us. However, when they try to play us without the stunts and stuff, that we just killed them. Just easy pickings. It's hard playing man in this league. It's hard playing man when you're 10 yards off and you start backpedaling. It's hard. You can't play 10 and man and backpedal. If you're going to play 10, you take a read step and then you sit. And then you jam him whenever he comes close, you jam him. It's hard to play this. That's just pitch and catch. And then you miss a tackle. I put this in because I love. We up by 4 possessions, and Will's pissed. But look, the funny part. So he's pissed. Like, what the heck? Come on now, y'all gotta come on. Watch this though. I think I got it all. Go on and say, look, man, read your damn thing. You wrong. The smirk right there, Back on is classic. He's like, come on, man. Look right there, right? It's funny because you're winning. It makes the game funny when you're winning. We got to do a better job with these routes here. I don't know what the route is at the bottom, But these two routes here are not good, especially by red. Ooh, this is close too. When there's so many people in the box, someone is gonna be unblocked. And if that guy doesn't squeeze like that, if he's a little late on his squeeze no formation, he does a great job. If he's a little late, that's 6. Look how close that is. See, this is the other team is the same. I want y'all to understand, as a DB, when you're inside the 10, it's easier to play man. All this guy had to do was maintain inside leverage. Don't go for it. The first fake is always a fake. The first move is always a fake. All he had to do was stay inside. If he stays inside, he has this lip. But once he jumped out, and I don't know why he jumped out, he gave one there the inside, and now he's in trouble. That's trouble. And now he's fighting, and now that's an easy penalty. Watch. See how he jumped outside? If he would have stayed where he was, stay right there. Instead, see that jump? If he'd have stayed right where he is right now, he would have been fine. Remember, he only got 10 more yards out here. They got to throw a damn good pass. He gave that up, and now it's ball game. Then we get the ball close. And now, this seems like very insignificant. But we broke the huddle. And we had both tight ends on the right. They made their call. They sprinted to the other side. Watch. Let me put it in regular speed. They sprint to the other side. Now, see this guy trying to check? But then we snap it. It's hard, man. And now we just walk in end zone. Those little things are huge. That was nice by Cohen and the staff. I love this guy. He got like unbelievable instincts and patience, and he's not afraid to put his head in there. If he married, look, 3 guys. And I think I said in the first one, 7, 36, and 32. If they can marry those instincts with football IQ, they're going to be beasts. Because these 2 guys here, linebackers, got some juice to them, especially this guy. And if they can be able to dissect plays before it's snapped and then use their instincts, it's going to be tough, man. Especially with the front that we got. And this guy right here, this KD McDaniels, I completely forgot about him. I think at the Mississippi State game, he's been flashing. He's got some juice. He's got that little burst there. That's juice. Man, we were ready for Cunningham. That was a cheap shot. Now they got him to 3rd and long. I highlighted this play. I'm not going to talk about it too much. But the break on the ball, I talk about it all the time, is eye discipline. In zone, you got to come. This is 6, but then 13 is probably almost a 10-yard throw. Right? Probably a little longer, probably 12. You should be able to break 4. We break 10, and he gets a half a yard gain after the catch. That's impressive. That's the difference in the Mississippi State game. If we could have done this in the Mississippi State game, we minimized a whole lot of them passing yards, because they did this a lot to us, but we didn't do that. Even Dre got in it. I mean, come on, man. So the little things, the difference between 17 and I think Wright is 29 compared to C-Rod and Smoke. All right. It's the patience. Right here, he's trying to let his block set up. See how he pauses just for a second? See what's going to happen? And now he hits it. Once he puts that foot in, he is running now. That's the little things. C-Rod, and he's gotten better this year, might have just ran up because he's done it. He did it last week. He might have just ran up here because he knows he has kick out, and he might just try to run right in here, and he gets stoned. As a running back, the vision is so important, and that instead of being a 3-yard gain or a 2-yard gain, we get 5. That's the difference. It doesn't seem like much, but I wish I could do a side-by-side. Just watch the patience. Slow. Now let's go. You got to let your block set up sometimes. But that's the difference between the zone blocking scheme and the gap scheme. See, in the gap scheme there, you don't have to let it set up because everybody is just trying to open up a gap. But in the zone, there is no hole. There's no defined hole. The hole is where the running back sees an opening. And with that, you have to be patient. Oh, this. Oh my goodness. This right here. Okay. Jock strap is loose. Oh my goodness. Mom, you didn't see that. You didn't see that, Mom. God. This guy has good hurdle. This guy has once he gets the reps in and he gets an off season, he gets a full spring practice. He has a chance. And I'm throwing out something crazy. He's got a chance for 3K passing and 1K running. I don't think they're going to let him get here, but he's got a chance. Remember, we played 13 games, hopefully at least 13. 13 games. That's about 80 yards a game. He can get it. He definitely can get this. I think he can get this if we use him more in the run game. And I think he's physical enough to handle it. I seriously think there was some conversation before the season that Will didn't want to run the ball as much. Prime example. Watch this. Smoke. Bates is coming to kick out, I think it's this guy. All right. If Smoke gives him a second, just a beat, he's too close to him and allows this guy to undercut. But watch, if he just pauses and not pause like stop, but just slow it down, and he allows Bates to get this block right here, tell me if it's not a touchdown. There's nobody else out there. And he goes right here. It's touchdown. Watch. There's no one out there. He's in man-to-man. And he will run over him whenever he comes off. That's the difference, guys. That's the difference. You got to be patient. Let your block set up. But now he comes. Now we just annihilate them. When they commit so many guys within less than 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, and you gap them, there's no one else for secondary hit. It's touchdown. Little thing. This is a little thing. Watch this. If Valentine comes to the outside and keep it contained and force the running back to cut in, watch how that makes Derek Jackson's job easier. Watch. Now they are almost touching each other, right? Derek Jackson is in perfect alignment with that running back. Trevor Wallace he's got to get around running over blocks. All right. But look, if Valentine was where he's supposed to be, about right here, Derek Jackson is unblocked. He makes that tackle right there. He makes about on the 30. That's what leverage means, right? You cannot let that back get outside. So, and let me get back to not leverage. Remember how we used to teach it in, am I going to die again? All right. Give me a second. I apologize. Remember, it's easier to think of hip instead of leverage. You got to play on that play. Valentine has to play the left hip. He has to play the left hip. If he plays the left hip, then we're okay. But he gets too antsy and get caught inside, and he can't get to the left hip. He's more on the right hip and allows a bigger play than what should have been. See this? See how he dips in? If you're going to dip in, you got to make that tackle. See, but now he is not from the defensive standpoint, on this hip. And now he allows the running back to hit the sideline. And we can't let that happen. See that? Now that made Derek Jackson have to run 5 yards further than what he should have had to. So instead of it being 2nd and 8, it's 2nd and 5. Now this is good. That's good. We'll give that up because we don't trust that they can keep snapping the ball. The problem with that is we got to make the tackle, right? That's the only problem. If you're going to let them throw it on the knee, when you break, you got to make the tackle. This is something that we got to run through the runner. It's not full speed, but you have to run through the runner and not stop your feet. And on this level, you can't stop your feet. Because if they get you to chatter your feet, they're going around you. Devontae would have to tell me why he opened his hips this way. I'm not sure what the coverage is. I'm not sure if he's in man under. I'm not sure. But open his hips that way is a no-no if he's playing zone. He should have flipped him the other way and got to his hook, to his curl responsibility. Oh yeah, I showed this play. This is just young guy late in the game thinking they got a pass and not handling his job. Everybody else realizes run up front except him. Now he just vacated that big ass gap there. See, he would be coming right here. But since he vacated, guess where they run the ball? How many times I said that? All it takes is one guy. They run the ball where the guy's not. He's all the way back here. See, this is Trevor. It's still that So they got 30 yards basically for free. Now here's the bad part about it. When we play well, this is Sam Anili, man. That's another guy we haven't heard about. Know who else we haven't heard about? Justin Dingle. So we got some damn talent on the defensive line that hasn't shown himself yet. Man, this guy, I'm telling you, I just like everything about him, from his stance, from the way he reacts, the way he tackles. Dude, that's Malik Cunningham. Go watch the Duke game. He killed them. Here's the part I don't like about when the quarterback scrambles, when a guy's in your zone, there's no zone anymore. You lock onto the guy who's in your zone. So in essence, lock here, lock there. There's no zone anymore because he's freaking scrambling. The zone principles are gone. Guys are just running to spots. You got to lock onto a guy and zone becomes man. And I don't know how this guy in the back of the end zone got open, but why are we coming up? Wallace, lock on to a guy. But they had men down the field. So now we got on third down again. Now we do a good job of pass rush discipline, except Weaver got a little bit. You cannot own this guy. Just for example, you cannot go by him. Once you get about there, you got to spin and keep him underneath you, because we don't want him to do this. Everybody else does a pretty good job. Who is that? He does a pretty good job of waiting. That's damn Derek Jackson. This is on damn Coach White. We gave him a first down. What the hell's going on? Hold on, guys. Something going on with my laptop. That's on Coach White. And I don't know why this thing is hovering on my screen, y'all. Give me a second. All right, now we're back. That's on Coach White. Coach White gave them those 4 points on him. That's on him. Now, they could have kicked the field goal, so then 45-10, but that's on him. Now this is when everybody's in a gap. They're in their gaps. There's nowhere to go, man. When we do what we're supposed to, this defense has enough talent to win. It's when we don't, like right here. We didn't pass off this mesh route well. I'm not sure who the linebackers are. That looks like Wallace. This looks like Robinson. Robinson's got to pass it off. I think that's him. I'm not sure whose fault, but we got to pass that mesh route off better. Now we get the backups in with Bo and this Wright kid, man. I like him. I like him a lot, especially with him and Jatan. I like him. Hold on. Why I got this? Give me a second. I got this weird thing on my screen. That running back room is gonna be special, man. I like both of them. So now we're gonna punt. Now this defense just gotta play a little better. Little better. The ref gets in the way. Good tackle. Wallace has to react a little bit sooner. Keep your eyes on the quarterback. That's better. Better by Wallace. Way to clean it up, Jackson. All we got to do is get them behind the chain one time. Oh, man. Don't tell me I can't rewind this. Look, give me a second. I'm gonna play it through. I just can't rewind now, guys. That was unbelievable eye discipline by Quadre. Unbelievable. You know what? Give me a second. I cannot not show that. That's too important. Give me a second so I can reboot, and I'll be back in a second. But there's something about, I don't know why these players, it took them so long um, to nail down things that I know they've been coached. I don't know if it was just they needed more reps. Um, I'm not sure, because you can tell that they get it now. It's just a little too late. I guess it's never too late, but I wish it would have happened sooner, because if it happened sooner, we win one of those Mississippi State Tennessee game, and we're 10-2, and 10-2 is dangerous. That gets you into a New Year's Six game. It's a play after this. This is the one they clear out, then throw it to the back. Good tackle. 2nd and 5. I want you to watch Quadre. Remember how I talk about front hand comes off the ball, you drive. He gets the jam. He got coverage rolling over him, but now his eyes on the quarterback now. You can see right now his helmet, the face mask, you can see it. He is driving now. See that? Front hand off. That left foot sticks in the ground. And he's coming now. Look how much of a difference that is when you come and you have good eye discipline. He drove 8 yards for a no-yard gain after the catch. They lost a yard. That's what eye discipline gives you, man. I'm going to show you this one. This is good work by Valentine. But watch, this one little thing. Let me show you right. When he drives, he looks at the quarterback. See how his helmet goes to the ball? See that? If he would have drove, and had his helmet look at the receiver, that might be a pick. Because look how close he is. All right? That little 6 inches, maybe a foot, makes a difference. That's the little things, man. That's a pick if he drives properly. You cannot, I say this all the time, go in the backyard and try to run while looking back, and then run with your head facing the direction you're running. You run a whole lot faster. Now, I want to get credit for this, because I know I don't, but look at that jam, man. That's physical. Now, he just messed up. If he was going here, he just messed that all up. He can't go there now, because he just messed the whole timing up. Now we got to come make this tackle. Good job, Casey. Now we get the ball on downs. That's a turnover. Look at Bo go. If Bo would have went this way, I think Bo might get about 10 to 15 more yards. I hope he had his sliding pants on. Man, I'm telling you guys, y'all don't understand the patience right there. Just the patience to let that clear out is something we don't get from C-Rod possibly. See that patience? I don't know if C-Rod goes here or it does. I just know that right there is high level. It seems simple, but it's not, man. Now I'm just gonna play through this. This last drive was ugly. We cannot let them score, man. We cannot let them score. It should have been 52-14. It should have been 52-10. That should have been the final score. And we allowed them to get this damn last touchdown with seconds left on the clock. It burns me up. And that's a great job by Naughty. I know Naughty's from the boot. I think he's a walk-on. One of my kids' teachers knows his family. It's just too much, man. These kids, they giving up a little too much. But even with that said, I think that's Mo Douglas on that tackle. Good job, Mo Douglas. Haven't heard his name in a while. Good job. These kids got to play hard. This is the thing when you don't get enough practice reps, it's hard. Because the game is so much faster. 31 seconds left. We cannot give up that. God. That one hurt. That's the one that hurt because now Mo's got to make that tackle. We gave up 2 plays right there that allowed them to get to 21. Should have been 52-14. All right, guys. Hope you guys heard that Stoops is not potential. He's going to sign a new extension. Hopefully he gets what he wants. Hopefully he gets his assistants a bigger package. He gets a bigger budget for recruiting, and we can keep this down, this climb up. Because I'm telling you, we one team away. Georgia's the team. If you ask me, we are the second best team in the East, and we proved it this year. But I really think we're the second best program right now in the East. I think we're better than Florida and Tennessee right now. If we keep this climb, they ain't gonna catch up. They might get even, but they're not gonna go by us. There's something about having a program where kids can still come. We're not at the level where kids gotta come in red shirt and sit out. Some of them will. We are at the level where kids in certain positions can come and play now and get playing time. But we got so much depth now. We got SEC talent that now that kid who's coming in to play, it's got to be a stud. He just can't be an average guy. He's got to be a stud. That's the difference. This team is on the verge, man, of doing something special. And I said it. I didn't want to say it. I said it too early. I said it on Around the Shots. I said it. Next year is our year to win the SEC East. Because Georgia is losing a lot of people. A lot. And if we get some of our players back and these young kids develop, the schedule sets up for us perfectly. And I know this season schedule set up, but the way the teams we play, we get an extra bye week early. For a young team, it matters defensively. We get a bye week early, and then we get a bye week late. That's huge. All right? Hope you guys and girls have a good rest of your day. And I'm not sure when you'll see me again. I guess it'll be in 2022 after the bowl game with breakdowns. If someone wants me to break down something, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Other than that, have a good rest of your Tuesday. And I'll see you guys in 2022, if not sooner.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops